petty don't matter. Far as that tatter, I pray to God they rattle-tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't when swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking? Talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking? Talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, get some money, get some money. Get some money, 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 get some money. Get some money, get some money. Get some money, get some money.
Go get some money. I say get some money. Go get some money.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with him, boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoil boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Willis looking to throw on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Titans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
Hey, check that street. Hurt.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
60 Eagles.
Here's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, an early statement. They go for it on 4th and goal and wind up punching it in.
And that wasn't on the 1-yard line either. It wasn't just quarterback sneak range. They had to work for that one, but they certainly got the job done.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they put their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach who tells us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Hey, bad front 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come my team, come.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Second down throw coming by Willis. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Right. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Power powers through it. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. On now is the Titans punter. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Oh, he's got some... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Hurt! Right there, hurt! Hawk 70!
They'll try the right side with Henry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Henry up the middle. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, this team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. He finds Taylor complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Harold Landry's coming up a career season with the Titans to the tune of 12 sacks and a Pro Bowl. And those numbers rank 10th in the NFL. And the Titans, they're certainly expecting that type of production for years to come.
Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Rodrigo Blankenship and the Colts field goal unit comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And they will take a somewhat rare 12-8 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, you get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Left wing 19.
A 3rd and 2. Here's Willis. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
19.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On first down, Hurts. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
That's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Warriors 70. Hey, check that. Street.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He'll take this to the 46. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down. Willis looks to throw here. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. 3rd down, it's Willis. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
That's a play that won't be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McCann's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll roll him out right. Airing it out deep for Woods. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now Willis. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's surprising that Indianapolis is Yannick Ngakoue's 5th team in the last 4 seasons. He's never had fewer than 8 sacks and 2 forced fumbles in a year, producing everywhere he's been.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Titans have come back to make it a 2-point game.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
The sneak, it's Hurts, and he is going to have a Colts first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's brought down. And even 150 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw, Willis. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
77 Wolf.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10, Willis. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
After 60. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Shotgun snap to Willis. On the out route, he's got Burks. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
19 tight.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Willis got to have this one. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Inside handoff, Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. Again to Henry. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Willis. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They go play action with Willis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Blankenship's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we...
That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Right back to the air with Willis. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
17. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
One final try here for Willis. A check down here for Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Indianapolis, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.